Girl, them say you need for rest. I'm like, where rest I go? I want them people. I'm going to feel all right. So I disobeyed what was being told, even I was doing all the other medical things. So I felt okay in my body. We were checking up on baby and everything. And one morning I got up to feed my dogs, which I don't need to do. But them excited, me excited to feed them. And just like I felt warmth. And when I looked down, it was like a pool of blood.
What? Hey everyone, I'm Dania Beckford. Bold, sometimes brash. And since I'm the CEO of Broadtail Design, I consider myself Broadtail beautiful. It's time we make the conversations we have as women open, honest, and authentic as we navigate living our best lives. Join me as I have intimate conversations with women of all sizes, shapes, and confidence levels as we explore being Broadtail. Hey, my Broadtails, how are you? Yes, it is Thursday, which means another episode of the Being Broadtail podcast. You know, we start our weekend on a Thursday, right? And my guest this week, oh my God, she has such an inviting spirit. She has a boss jewelry line with her brother. We were pregnant at the same time, so she is a new mommy, and she writes about here for we talk about the same good body. Teasea, what's up, girl?
Hey, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, no, you like Appleton?
I love it. As a matter of fact, our Revlers, which is our tribe, we sometimes when you're a really good Revler, I gift you a little tiny one.
What? Well, because you be gifting people Appleton. My favorite is a Reserve. You want to have a glass with me?
I've never tried it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I like it because it's nice and smooth. And because I want it for really talk the things.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Just in case you need assistance in speaking about the things we're about to talk about. Cheers to conversations with women about women.
I know, right?
All right. So now, how's Zahir doing?
He's well, thank you. How is your baby boy?
Zano is trying to run the entire house. The remotes belong to him.
Yeah. Okay.
And him only want to be listening to either reggae music, him into Chronix and Protege, Coffee and Leela, or Roby, which is like this cartoon thing about animals. Yeah, man, that's him I'm going with.
I love it.
Yes. What's Zahir doing?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, boss babe. Literally, we watch that together all the time. And he's into Cocomelon and he loves books. That was something I was very, very aware of, like when I was pregnant with him. So Dwayne, my brother would always push and be like, play some music for the pitney man. But Dwayne is really into music. I'm more into books.
Oh,
so
I did the music thing. So and translated, him really love music.
That's good. It's a good thing. I'm trying to get Zaire into music now. But he, like, him gets up and him into him books. After reading my bedtime story, like I know the story by heart.
Of course. Him know by heart, you know. I bet you. What's he eating?
Oh my God. So he's not a big eater. But him love a juice. So you know what my favorite juice? Soursop. The little pitney.
Soursop?
Soursop juice. And he likes Irish moss. Yeah, so I'm going.
And where you bill? Where you bill over there? Irish moss? I'm not sure. Him a what? Two though?
Him just turned 2, but like his dad, like for me was a little baby because his father really into the idol thing and all that stuff. Rasta in him heart, I swear. And so the baby pick up the same trend. So he would like rub mangoes on his lips and stuff like that. So he's really, you can't walk past him with all Malta and everything there. No?
Malta?
Yeah.
What going with Zaire? My big man?
I don't know.
He's my big man. He's not love food.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to force this one.
No man, him love food. So him like sardines, and of course his Brunswick we love because I ate a lot of that when I was pregnant. Because,
really?
Yeah.
It's good though, you know. It's very nutritious.
Really good. So yeah, we have a lot of sardines, but him like yam and banana, dumpling and them something there. And him have 16 teeth.
What? No, Zaire mouth full of teeth?
Yeah, man, full of teeth, so the dumpling is eating.
Full of teeth, what he not eat?
Full of teeth, what he not eat?
No, but him love fruits. It's really a liquor rasta them had. And, you know, even the sardines, when he got to that stage and they're like, you need to give him solids now and stuff like that. So that's one of the proteins I recommended. But because he's not a big eater, like him just like literally spit it out.
Just taste it.
But he'll be into his fruits. And when I was pregnant, I love sardines.
Me too.
And I love tuna more than sardines. I have to be in the mood with sardines. But tuna.
You like the spicy one from Brunswick? The spicy tuna?
Oh, I've never really tried that one.
Oh, girl, I have some for you.
Really?
I have some for you.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You and I, we've had many conversations because both our brands, Rev and Broadtail, we've collaborated on pop-ups and all of that. And we got to talk about how we were when we were pregnant. Because you remember, we did have this little fashion thing. Tina Wells came to Jamaica in 2000 2018, right?
Yeah.
And we had a private showing for her, and everybody was having wine and them cheeses and
you
them
were being all
fruit.
cute.
And me and you did cute with the water. And me I say, oh, come on, me and she one night.
And you noticed
I'm just come over to you. I'm going to say, Teasea, you're pregnant? And you're like, yeah, girl, I'm going to say, me too.
That was such a golden moment. Exactly.
Yeah, everybody drink the wine and we can't drink the wine.
I know, right? That's why I watch them like a lizard pan a limb. That never nice, you know?
No, it never nice.
It's a chin to the upper turn again. Yeah.
Because we can't drink,
I know, right?
So no, there are so many things that happen to our bodies when we're pregnant. Me, for one, I had fibroids prior to being pregnant. So I actually took out my fibroids in 2015. And then I got pregnant in 2018. And there was a scare that happened in my pregnancy. One morning I woke up, I peed and I saw a little bit of blood and I was going crazy because I was like, oh God, what happened? I lose my baby and all of these things. And you also shared to me that some of these things happened to you.
How far along were you?
I was like 4 months at the time.
Oh, so you were in the early part. Oh yeah, something more dramatic happened to me at that time too. So that's why I really kept it low key for a while. But again, like I think Black women were plagued with this. So in my family, on my dad's side, there is an issue with fibroids and cysts. So I had a previous history of having a cyst, and we had to have that removed and stuff. And I think that's what led up to when I finally got pregnant now and stuff. I had a condition called placenta previa, which is pretty much the afterbirth will become the placenta will feed the baby. It decides that the baby basically sit up on the top of my, the area there. Cool. And decides that, nah, move. So natural birth was not an option for me. And it was actually life-threatening. I had the worst stage. So I have a feeling, none of the doctors confirmed it, but they're like, maybe because of the history of having a cyst, like getting that cyst on my ovary and it going away and blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's the reason the baby decided to just stay right there. So I had to be doing an ultrasound every month, which was also frightening to me, and they had to be reassuring us, don't worry, it won't affect the bit, but trust me,
you just feel like
a star.
You just feel like it was going to affect him. I feel like that. I felt like that too because I had to do a couple of ultrasounds and other women who were pregnant when I was pregnant, they've never done do so much ultrasound. I'm gonna say, I wonder if it's gonna hurt the baby and all of these things.
I said, well, babies, I'm gonna start them smart, very. Bulb. So I give God thanks for that. And so in my fourth one, another thing with me too, being an entrepreneur, I love working. Like my family literally have to be like, Teasea, you need to learn to chill. So now I try to do my little meditations and chill it a bit because I love working. Like that's weird what I do.
So you did there, walk.
Girl, them say you need for rest. I'm like, where rest I go? I want to people, I'm going to feel all right. So I disobeyed what was being told even I was doing all the other medical things. So I felt okay in my body. We were checking up on baby and everything. And one morning I got up to feed my dogs, which I don't need to do. But them excited, me excited to feed them. And just like I felt warmth. And when I looked down, it was like a pool of blood. I screamed so hard, the entire house woke up. And they rushed me to the hospital. I had to be in a hospital on my back for 2 months.
What?
I said every day I beg them, can you, I can't go home now?
That was before I saw you at wow. I could have never tell you. It looked so good that night. Nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
So after that, I was a good girl. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. So that's why a lot of people, I didn't say anything. I just wanted to have a safe landing with baby. And, I kind of old fashioned because I was like, ultrasound and everybody know everything. I don't want to know what gender it is until, the baby come and everybody.
No, sir, me never about that in life.
No, me
want to know. Me want to know is what gender come. I want to buy the things them.
Oh my God.
Me don't want surprise. Me want to have the name ready. No, me don't want no surprises.
No, mama pick the name already, man. But this say if it's a girl, I choose the girl name and then daddy choose the boy's name.
The first name? No, man, me not about that. Me not depend that either. Because the country that we live in states that we have to give them their father's last name if the father chooses to accept the child. No, me want the first name. And my body I get big. God. And my stretch mark them. No, me want the first name in a life.
No, but I have to. No, my baby is so supportive because from long time, and this actually was a big part of the decision I made in terms of the hospital that I went to. But one of my closest friends died from complications of lupus at a particular hospital here in Jamaica. And I was like, I don't ever want to go to that hospital. And she was such a beautiful soul. I've always said that if I get a girl, she's going to be named Sahai because of my girlfriend that I was so close to. Like, I'm not ashamed for talk. Like I couldn't sleep when she passed. And I didn't think like, I didn't think it would affect me so. It shaped me up when she went.
I'm so sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, man. So I was like, and when we got together, I'm like, let me just tell you, when we have baby, if it's a girl, she's gonna say hi. You never have a choice.
Okay, so you did do that. Okay, fine. I don't feel so bad.
He was like, all right. So I was like, you know what? Just to be fair to you, honey, if it's a boy, you can choose the name, because I had that premeditated. Yeah.
Nice,
so he was really sweet.
There are some other things that happened in pregnancy too. When I feel like holy a woman not talk about, and this is why I had to get you on the show, and we did have to talk about it. So for one, I don't think anybody talks about how wet or vagina always is in pregnancy. It did very surprising to me.
You're hilarious.
Me never sure what happened. Me don't know if it did stay so. Then upon asking other women, they were like, yeah, when we're pregnant, that's happened. I'ma feel like we're not talking about it.
No. Well, that did vex you, but that's funny. Apparently, I wasn't even that never even bothered me so much, because apparently there are men who actually love woman for that. Remember, Jamaican man are the best.
Every day, all day, so?
Girl, Jamaican man are the best. I walk on the road and I remember some mature set of men, like mature grown-ass men, looking cute, clean, everything. And they're like, one of them give up when I came out of the car. Boy, baby, madam, I love pregnant woman, But my wife and me, I know, but I love pregnant woman, You know why? And I look at him like, really? Don't say it. Like, you know why? Don't, because you're ever ready. I'm like, what a disgusting. And I was like, okay. But for me, what I used to fantasize about was breastfeeding. That my vex about.
Breastfeeding.
That my vex, my proper vex.
All right. I'm going to be very honest and say, me always did wonder if, when you are in intimate relations with somebody and they suck or they lick on your breast, how it feels. I always say, I wonder if I say it, I go feel with the baby that weird. How that I go. Yes. Nobody never really had talked about it. Me never know what to feel. However, the day when he finally latched, feel nothing like that.
No.
Girl, it feel like how? Because he just a try get that. It was, nobody talks about these things.
No. And it was difficult. So because you did a C-section?
I did a C-section.
Yes. So when you do a C-section, your milk apparently doesn't come down because the body doesn't know it's time to go.
Right.
So it took 5 days for my milk to come down, and it stressed me out. I'll pass out in the hospital,
I'll know my milk not come down.
Listen,
it's still away for the still away for the milk to come down though.
So it finally came down because my mom is like, you need to drink liquids, you need to eat properly, you need to drink a lot of fluids. Mr. I do everything in a day, everything I do. And Zaire, him did latch. Like, and him just sit back. I say, yo, youth, I'm a person on this other side. I never last. I couldn't manage. I vex, you never last? Something I go through. And she said me drink breast till my almost 3. I say, you're wicked. You spoil me. You're too good.
All right. So my breast wasn't growing, right?
Oh.
I said to myself, my nipples got dark and everything.
Yeah, man.
But my breast wasn't growing.
Too.
Yeah, nobody ever talk about this dark nipple story. A good thing, so I have my good friend Debian, who is a doctor, that everything that happened to me, I took pictures and sent it to her. Thank you very much for facilitating me. But the nipple just get really, really dark. But my breast never did that grow. So every time I got a doctor, I was like, Dr. Halsall, what's happening? My breast not growing. Am I going to have milk? Because I didn't want to be one of them mother that were just out there without fear. Breastfeed.
Me too.
And he's like, breastfeeding is a brain function. When the baby comes out, your body is gonna tell your breast that all them something there. My breast never did that grow. Nothing. Never really in there. The poor pitney never did get nothing. At the end of the day when he was born, because he was born 8 o'clock in the morning, and about maybe 1 o'clock after we try, the nurse was like, I'm not getting enough. He's hungry. We're gonna have to give him formula. I mean, it's sad about it.
Yeah.
But the day when he latch on for true, because he never did latch to, I was just like, we're okay with you having formula. You can drink out of the bottle.
Okay.
It's all right. I don't feel any way about that.
No man, Zaire was ready for me. Him latch on like him the day before, like him know what going. But the darkening on the nipples, that was a really, like one day I got up and I was like, oh my God, like what is
it? Just get big and dark, just big and black.
Listen. Trust me, I was unrecognizable to myself. Even my doctor one day, he came and he said, what? Like, him never recognized me. I'm like, wow.
You changed completely?
Change, girl, change. Me the change. Me look different.
My thing is that, because, all right, you know, I have a sizable nose. Don't say big. It's sizable.
Of course, my dad.
And every morning I wake
nose.
up when I'm pregnant and I say, my nose can't get bigger than how it did be yesterday. Yesterday following day, it bigger. No, it bigger though. I said, no, but wait a go though. Where my nose a go?
No worries,
and I mean, you see it happen to people sometimes. But you're like, seriously, is this really happening?
Yeah, man.
And then when you get to the 9 months and you're just a wobble.
Yeah, man. But that wobble from long time. People that laugh after me, but me that wobble long. Me just feel tired. My legs got swollen.
I don't think my legs have gotten back to where they were. And did you move
grow
up?
Yeah,
for your grow?
Grow.
Okay, become up one size.
Cute. Me so cute. Yeah, I used to be a cute 8. 8 ago. I'm the complete 9 right now.
Girl, I have one friend that tell me that she has 3 children, and she's like, for every child, she go up one.
That's what I hear. I have a
Which
friend
a good thing, so she started at
10.
5.
Thank God, she on my foot.
Yeah, she started at 5.
Oh, praise the Lord.
But I find that even after we have like C-sections or just generally give birth, there's so many changes that happen in your body, you know, and a lot of times because we see these images on TV about what other women look like, everybody I talk about this snapback, I'll know me not snap, much less for back. You understand? And
it was like 2 years later.
2 years later, mentally, I'm just now feeling like myself.
Yeah,
like
give God
I'm
thanks for
starting
that.
to work again like I used to work. And my brain hold on, wait, before me get to brain. You forget things?
All the time, honey.
Okay.
It's all I can remember when my pitney on. I was like, what?
You know, before I had a baby, when women used to say to me, oh, baby brain, didn't forget, because, you know, I didn't remember because I just had a baby. I used to say, you know, Elisha tell, she just no remember at all.
Oh,
you see,
God.
no,
I
want to apologize to everybody.
Rough. You need to apologize.
No, I want to apologize because...
Never did that, man, because my Eddie always like... My long-term memory don't play, but my short-term, so from long time. Some people tell me that, I say, Lord Jesus, what happened to me with my pitney? No, I know.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. They suck everything
from you.
You know what? As I'm happy you brought that up, because one of the things that, like, even after baby and stuff, it was just so difficult because, you know, the C-section, you have to rest your body, eat properly, all this stuff. It was just like, and my headspace, I was just like, oh my God, adjusting to this new life. Still adjusting. And I was like, you know, one less thing to do. Let me go and get my hair braided. Nobody, my mom wasn't around me at the time. And I didn't have the conversation with anybody else. Nobody told me that. You must say, yeah, man, because my hair, you know, them say, boy, baby, gray hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
True. So you want some of the big hair show off? Yeah, my hair long. Put in braids. The one I made in your mouth to get back.
It just came out, right?
It was just, like, when I took up the braids, it was just like falling. I was like, what are happening here? It was stressful. And I had to just get back to basics with, like, cutting it and just putting in my castor oil. And it's like, and it gave me double work because I have to know, like, get up and plait it and look after it and stuff and look after baby and all that. Oh my God.
It has been a lot.
And it takes everything. They take everything from you. So you have to make sure you take vitamins afterwards for a while and follow your doctor's advice. Don't be a naughty girl. You know?
For me, my locks started to get thin too, especially in one place. I really had to do the whole castor oil thing.
Man.
My mother said it to me that, you know, because you're taking all of these vitamins to feed your body, to feed the baby when you're pregnant. When you stop taking those prenatals and everything, it's almost like your body goes back to not having them. And a lot of the things that used to grow and all the hormones stop. And so these things happen. But I find that we don't have enough conversations with other women about these things. And we really ought to. I've always been confident. I've always loved myself. I love my body. Thank you. But then after the baby, even though I only put on 18 pounds, my baby never bad to me, you know. I only put on 18 pounds. But about 6 weeks later, wait, how much money?
You know what I know? You know what I know?
Tell me.
No, enough. Me not even want to talk. Me that go on bad though.
Okay. But after my 6 week mark of him coming out, I just started to put on the weight rapidly.
Really?
Because after the C-section, you're not as active as before.
That's true.
It's a lot. Even though you're up and down with the baby, your life is it's not the same. You know, you sit a lot and all of those things. Wasn't exercising clearly because you can't start exercise yet because of the C-section. You have to be careful.
You have to wait.
But I packed on the weight.
Yeah.
And even though I've always been good with my weight, you start feel insecurities because the fat is in different places.
And you're not used to it.
And you're not used to
to being, so for me, my struggle was not only physical, it was also mental as well. Because just like you said, like I'm not used to, I believe in imperfections. I embrace my imperfections. So like my breast and my balance and long time. I'm a friend in high school like, Teasea, your breast. I'm like, so I've always, so that wasn't my thing. But like when I start like, girl, I put on tattoos just for like, because I had a plan. I was like, I need a snapback plan. So even if I don't go back into the exercise
didn't have the snapback people them?
No, not like that. But like I wanted to do things that made me feel good. And I also believe in being very, just being honest with your emotions. So my babe got caught. She was like, because when I felt like crying, I cried. I'm like, I hate being on the bed. I hate everybody serving me. And he's like, Teasea, you okay? Because he was reading all kind of crap about like, depression after bed. And I'm like, I'm not depressed, babe. I'm just telling you how I feel. I need to vent because I'm naturally a venter. I'm naturally a talker. So when I felt like crying, I cried. And what I also encourage with us is a very honest and open communication, like open relationships. So he'll come to me and he's like, T, I miss my baby. And I'm like, you're not help, right? So right now it's not about you have to wait. But he's just like, I miss the time with you. I miss everything about you because it's a big change. Even for the men, I think it really, so even hearing him saying that, and I'm like, I really can't serve you right now, because I try to find out myself.
Right.
So I can't
That's
pour
another
from an
thing.
empty cup.
For the first,
yeah, so emotionally it was rough.
Right. For the first couple of times when the whole sex conversation came up, for me, it wasn't even about what my body looked like, because even though I had the changes happening, I wasn't very caught up in the fact that my body looked different, but it's how I felt.
It's how you feel.
So I'm wondering about the pressure in my body, if it is that me can still do the things then, whatever those things is for everybody. You just wonder about these things, if you're going to be the same. And I had to take some time for myself to say, I am not the same.
Yeah.
I carried an entire human being to life.
Took a lot.
That took a lot out of me. Nurtured him with my own body. And so I needed to take the time to ensure and to reassure myself that my body good though.
Yeah.
My body good.
I love how you said that. And for me too, like meditation and prayer, like I journal a lot. So even when, my late friend Elva, oh my God, Elva that passed from complications of lupus as well. Like it's awful disease, But when I was in the hospital for the 2 months, not a lot of people knew about it because I didn't want to, because it was such a sensitive thing. So it wasn't like I hid my pregnancy. It's just that it was so sensitive. I didn't want to come out yet, not knowing what was going on. Right. And she was in the hospital battling at one point when, we would call each other. So my brother, he was extremely close to her. So he's like, Teasea in the hospital too. So she would call me, Teasea, where you eat to them? I said, girl, a prison. This was not prison. Because prison, I'm sure they feed prisoner. How long I wait for food? Because like where I was, they don't allow food in. I was so miserable. And I love dry food, So you used to like
snack and thing?
Listen, like a tuna sandwich, me good. Before baby. Chips, everything are good. When I was pregnant, where you go with that? You want me bite off your head? I remember one time my cousin had to stuff 2 hot eggs in her boob and brought hot boiled eggs for me. And they were still warm. God bless her. I love her so much.
Hold on, wait, stop.
Thank you, cuz.
So
she smuggled
your cousin smuggled boiled eggs
because I wanted
in her breast to the hospital.
She did. I love her. For me.
And it was still warm.
It was still warm.
God
and her
bless
boobs are
her
very
breast.
tiny. God bless her.
Okay.
Everything.
All right.
Because
that's true love.
I love her, see? I said, listen, so my friends were smuggling friends and family. Oh my God, I shouldn't say that, but it was true. I needed food. I was like, I cuss and then cry.
No, but the hungry way you feel when you're pregnant,
normal, and I didn't want dry food.
Normal hungry,
And it wasn't dry food. And I don't eat chicken, I don't eat chicken, I don't eat dairy. So I was like a picky with certain things. Maybe that's why Zaire stays,
Where would you say you are on your confidence journey now?
What I've done, I think very importantly, I've always been very honest about being patient and compassionate with yourself. Because I've worked on myself, coming from, like as a teenager, I suffered with low self-esteem issues as a teenage girl. So I worked on myself because I think beauty is more than skin deep. I recognize this from when I was a teenager. I was like, beauty is fading, but your personality, your character, your word, who you are, you understand? So I've always been mindful on things like that. And I also understand that Like one of my favorite authors, Islander Van Zant, like as a teenager, I used to love reading her books. One thing she's talked about is reflecting every day on yourself and looking at how you did something and how you can move from there to a better place. And practice becomes better. I don't even say perfect because not good name.
Not perfect.
So practice becomes better. So for me, I was like, okay, Teasea, you're not in a good place. That's fine. Be careful of the words you use with yourself. I used to love, for me, because I love working. So I take self-care to heart. So even if I'm at home, even if I don't have the budget for doing it now, like, it's just like getting my nails done makes me feel good.
Listen.
Doing a little facial for myself, going to the spa.
Must be done.
Yeah. So when I'm pregnant, I can't go in, because I love saunas, I can't go in a hot sauna, I can't go to the spa.
Yeah.
See me?
It was a lot.
Ah, Jesus.
It was a lot.
And then when the baby came, I still couldn't do it. So like I look forward to doing stuff like that. So know that I can. Like my baby will be like, babe, I'm giving, like my first Mother's Day gift was like, he got me a spa day. And I'm like, I love you.
That was what I got too.
Yes.
You feel like them going first mommy school?
I think so.
Okay.
It's so good to have a supportive partner. God bless them. And I was like, I love you. He's like, I know you love it and I know you miss it. I'm like, oh. he got me so emotional. But most importantly is just take the time and just know, just like what you said, be grateful. Look at the things. Like I got pregnant in my late 30s. I was like, thank you, God, for my little blessing, And so I was like, Teasea, you're not 20. You have to take your time. You have to work on your body. My body will have curves and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? I have butt, I have breasts, and I, just like what you said, and I love that. So, take your time. You're not a MAGA girl.
Yeah. That's what it is for me too. The new body, I'm embracing it completely, trying to ensure that I stay as fit as possible.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's hard to get the workout or the exercise in because of everything else is happening in the day.
Very difficult.
Being an entrepreneur, working, being a mommy, trying to just do everything. But that's what I'm my new journey, girl. Being a lover.
Yeah. Because you have to love up your money for me. Yeah, I have to drop because our next baby, remember the start of things.
Yes.
It's the next thing. I always hear women say it, but no, like, that's what I say. I have a different rating for woman, I still my woman before. When a baby come, I say, no,
yeah, you see life from a different perspective.
Jesus.
You see life from a different perspective. But, what's your favorite color?
Oh my God. I love turquoise and blues. I love bright colors. I love greens and turquoise. Yeah, I'm like a tomboy like that.
Yeah, you like greens and blues and turquoise and all of that?
All them things like, yeah.
You said a while ago that in high school you had low self-esteem.
I did.
If you had the opportunity, knowing what you know now, to talk to yourself in high school, what would you tell her?
Wow. I've thought about that, but you know what? My mantra, one of my many mantras, is that God makes no mistake. And I'm very happy and I'm very grateful that my mother especially was very insistent on making sure that we go to church and stuff like that, because I felt like it happened the way it's supposed to have happened. It unfolded and it makes me appreciate everything more. So I don't have any regrets. I don't believe in regrets. I believe in lessons. So there's nothing I'll just tell her. I said, go on the way I do. Because you figure it out. Because you're smart and God got your back.
Nice.
Yes,
nice.
I'm yeah.
What would you say to all the new mommies out there right now?
Be patient with yourself and understand that this is a whole different chapter. And it's exciting and it's emotional. And if you want ball, and if you want cuss. But find something that's healthy emotionally. So for me, it was journaling and again, having a support system around me. So my partner didn't always understand, but also being compassionate for him and make him understand that I'm trying to figure it out as well. Like I don't have it because like
parents, no matter how many children you have, you've been trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because every child is different.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you actually spoke about the journaling because I had to do that too, and I'm still doing it.
It's
because
wonderful.
Sometimes I go through emotions that I'm not sure what these emotions mean. And so I write it down. I even go back to some journals that I wrote when I was pregnant. I'm like, when did I go and suffer though? Like, what did I happen pan that day?
You know say it real?
Yeah, man. What did I go and pan that day? Why I made it so furious about whatever was happening.
It was
so
real.
the journaling really does help.
It's awesome. Like I remember one time when I cussed out the nurse. Oh my God. I cussed her for food because I was waiting. And I was like, lady,
food was a real issue with you.
No, because they kept giving me the wrong thing. And I'm like, how many times am I going to tell you guys that I don't eat these things? And then the thing, I said, listen, I'm a prison man, I just pregnant. And And I said, the worst thing is
This was the 2 weeks when you were...
This is the 2 months. Yeah, when I was month 4 and I was in the hospital for almost 2 months.
Right.
Almost 2 months, you don't know my member by now. So I watch everybody come in and go left me. See me? Here I will come off of the bed. And I'm like, lady, and I said, look here, my family and friends will feed me, Come and eat food.
But mentally, how did you get through that mentally?
Yeah, it was journaling. And
it was a journaling at that time?
Yes.
Okay.
And I still do journal. It's something I've been doing from when I was a young girl, like from when I was like 13, 14. I love writing. It's actually like a secret passion of mine. Okay. I love writing and creating stuff like that. That's my creativity. And and my family and friends. And, it was so funny because I remember poor Dwayne, he had to be balancing production and the store, showroom.
This is for Rev.
Yes, for Rev. Yeah, I was so proud of him because Dwayne is normally like, he's an introvert and expresses through his art and, keep him like a family, him like a circle of friends tight and stuff. But then he had to come out of that comfort zone. And he had to, and then my partner, my man don't live at Jamaica. He's Jamaican, but him don't live here.
That's a for one whole different show.
Yes, girl.
How are you managing that?
We were coping.
Okay.
Because we're coping. We're doing well, but we're going to change that very, very soon because it has to change.
Okay.
But
I like that. It has to change.
It has to change.
It's a done deal. Okay.
Yeah. So, and he knows this time. We're on the same page.
Okay.
So Dwayne had to jump in when he needs to jump in at that because
Dwayne was like Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
Okay.
And him not always want to be Uncle Daddy, So So him snap and thing. But I allow him to do that. That's the thing. We have a good relationship because we communicate. So we'll cuss and then we'll make up and we talk and stuff. We have a whole
business together. So we must have a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I want to ask you? Pre-pregnancy, what was your favorite body part? And post-pregnancy, is it the same body part that's your favorite?
Girl, yes.
What is it?
My boobie.
Oh my God. Everybody. I'm you one in the streets. Not really too, I dig my boobs.
No, man. Always. And one thing to my body type, like I always have on my curves, but I never had a problem with my tummy. And my friends always say, Teasea, me not understand how you always have on weight and your belly just flat.
Yeah.
Girl, when you say no.
God make you good.
No, with the belly.
When one girl did say to me.
My little pudding.
So you enjoying the fupa?
I actually put a little tattoo to highlight what's going on. Like,
what?
The badges. The badges
you know what? We're not going to talk about that.
I love tattoos.
We're not. I know you love tattoos. But we're not showing that on the podcast.
I will.
We're not showing your fupa tattoo.
Okay.
But I think it's very liberating that you got one there.
I got my tattoos.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now, I want to thank you for hooking me up with my fabulous jewelry.
My pleasure.
From your store, Rev.
And you look good.
But, just like how you give me gifts, make me look like an African princess.
Because you are.
I got gifts for you too.
Oh, I should come back. I love this.
Listen, and every time you come here, I gotta get gifts. Right?
Yeah.
But
I love gifts.
A little birdie told me that you liked a specific cover up that we have at Broadtail.
Can I show?
And so, you can show them if you want to. We decided to get it for you. So thank you so much for supporting me all the time.
Thank you. And you're such a boss.
No, thank you.
I'm so happy to collab with you this way. I'm looking forward to our future. Oh my God. What share?
I got more things. So you see on my leg, them nice and shine.
Same so.
My skin just a glow.
Like
I get
like
the things
Pepperlight.
From Morgan's Creek.
Oh, she's another awesome boss.
Yes,
babe.
Joni is such a good girl. I love her, and she's so supportive of other women in business. And when she heard that I was doing this podcast, she decided to send some gifts for my guests. And so I have a gift.
God bless you and Joni. I love you guys. Yeah, boss. I love this.
For 2021, we're about that success. We're about that prosperity. We're about all of our dreams coming true. And so my mother gave me this plant. It's a ZZ plant. And my mother says a money plant.
What you say?
Yeah, man. So I'm going to just touch it. Touch your plant.
I love your mother. You see that stone in my wear?
Yes.
I'm a money ring this too.
Hey!
I need to get you one of these.
Yeah.
This is citrine. So I'm always, this is my signature ring. Like I'm always wearing. So stones are very powerful. This is another designer. I love her very much. Shout out to Kemoy. This is red coral, which is great for babies to wear because it's protection.
I hear about that. The protection for the baby.
Right.
For the red
Coral is protection.
May I go and hook you up on the
So I'm gonna
gem there?
Yeah. So this is citrine, and this is the strongest natural stone and crystal for attracting prosperity. Nice. So you know, say, I'm like a secret thing. So Mars Avatar, I'm gonna share the love. So I have to hook you up.
Okay.
I will.
Keep it close to you, okay? But we're gonna get the hookup.
No, we're gonna look after you.
Now, you know some love take picture, right?
Of course.
And
you do it so well.
Thank you. We could not have a Broadtail podcast talking about being Broadtail if we didn't take pictures.
Okay.
And so we have a very special segment in our program called the Sleek Confidence Pose.
Oh, I love that.
So since Mrs. Say you bring out your boobies, your guns are here.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right? And we're going to do a pose off.
I should ask you, ask me that question. What's your favorite part?
My bottom.
What's your...
I have a whole brand called Broadtail.
Same so.
Flash, flash and feel it. Flash, flash and feel it. Flash, flash and feel it. Hey, it's like a movie. Yeah.
So Teasea, thank you so much for coming and for sharing so candidly about the experiences that we have as new mummies, what went on with us when we're pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can continue conversations like this so that women who are pregnant now, who want to get pregnant, who just had a baby, can get some information that we did not have, that we really wanted.
You're not alone, girl. You're not alone. And this is a wonderful thing you're doing.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank my audience for tuning in again this week to another episode of Being Broadtail. As I said before, you know how we do here? We start the weekend on a Thursday. And I know you're going to want to know who's my next guest. And so you have to tune in next week, Thursday, for another episode of Being Broadtail. And don't forget, good body come in all shapes and sizes. So love up and embrace this carrier of life and for all the goodness that it gave to you. Thank you.
Live the E-Life with Sagicor Life.
Living the E-Life.